Hello YouTube, this is Ryan, aka the Habitual Line Stepper, back at you with another video. Hope you are well. Hope you are also at peace. If you have not found your peace, I hope you are pursuing your peace actively, aggressively, and relentlessly. I just want to say, um, be easy with yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you haven't gotten to where you want to get to yet. Okay? This thing is a process. It's not easy. Um, it's challenging. There's a lot of things that are beyond your control that's going to slow you down. And there's lessons to be learned in that. You're not going to get everything that you want right away. Even if you have the best laid plan out and you put in all the effort, some things are beyond you. And oftentimes, there's lessons in those setbacks and those delays. What you have coming for you is inevitable. You can't stop it. No one can stop it. So, if a great thing is to happen for you, it's going to happen for you. You put in the effort, you put in the work, you're diligent, you're going to get there. And it may not be in the time that that you want it in. Oftentimes we want things like right away. We want things immediately. And it just doesn't happen like that. It's on time, but it's not going to be when you necessarily want it. Things tend to happen. Your job is to do what you have to do to make those things happen. Put in the work, the time, the effort, the brain power to get to where you want to get to. Don't press yourself and stress yourself to the point where, you're burning yourself out, or you start having serious doubt, even depression. Everybody has to go through something to get to the great part, and it's not easy. And you'll see like little glimmers along the way, but keep in mind that this life thing's a process. It's not an easy thing. And it does take some grit, some inner strength in order to see this thing to the end. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it if it was easy. Everybody would be great. Everybody would have a great life. Everybody would be at peace. It's not that simple. And so be gentle with yourself. Reward yourself for the progress that you did make. Look back on where you were and where you are now. You may be still a very good distance away from your ultimate goal. But if you look back and you see where you're at now, you'll see that you've made great progress. Even if it was just a little bit of progress, it's still progress. It still counts. So be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. You will get there. You will get there. Keep that in mind. Keep pressing, keep going. I understand, like I said, how frustrating it can be. Because you see other people around you and they look like that they're just living their best life and they're just progressing and everything seems to be flowing good for them, but you don't know their story. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of people are very good at making it appear that life is good. They put on that brave face. They'll take those social media photos, of their highlight reel of their life, of everything's going great. But oftentimes you don't know. I mean, you can look in the news It happens all the time. You think that these people who you idolize are doing so great, and they have the luxury cars, they're going on the trips, they have the perfect relationships, and then you see later down the road that a lot of it was just fake, and the relationships that they had weren't real relationships. They're situationships, you know, and so you can't look at people's highlight reel and compare it to your life, because that's not fair. You're not going to have, your life is not a continual highlight reel. So you're going to look at your situation and you're going to think to yourself, damn, I'm going through this, this, and this, as if they're not going through that. They are. And so you shouldn't compare yourself to the highlight reel, because you're putting in, your cut scenes, the things that they don't post in their life. So be gentle with yourself. This is a process. There's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some roughness along your way. There's going to be some uncertainty. There's going to be some doubt. There's going to be some of everything. But it'll be okay. It will. Just continue to do the right thing and open your mind up to willing to learn things that you did not know. Because again, along the way, it's going to teach you a lot about yourself. It's going to teach you a lot about your integrity. It's going to teach you a lot about your intellect. It's going to teach you a lot about how tough you are, which I call grit. You're going to find these things out. And so as you develop through this process, you're going to be equipped with a lot more tools than you had when you started. And that is a benefit in itself, because your eyes were just on the goal, where along the way you're going to get all this equipment and all this knowledge that once you get to that goal, you can maintain that goal, because you were built with something, you were equipped with something. So don't give up and don't beat yourself up. We all do it. I've done it, and it's not fair to you. It's not fair. You are doing the best you can with what you have at the moment. That's what you have to work with. Work that. That's where you're at. And it's okay. It's okay to look at where you're at right now and say, okay, this is what I have. I don't have much to work with. But the bit that I do have, I'm going to work it to death. I'm going to make sure that I squeeze every little bit of knowledge and help and all kinds of benefit from this moment that I possibly can. And you'll be surprised how stuff is added to you because of your effort alone. When you have focused so much on just being content in the moment, satisfied in the moment, and what you've accomplished, you'll be surprised how things gravitate towards you. I'm a firm believer in, when you put in the work and the effort, and you keep your mind free and clear of doubt. And when I say that, I mean doubt coming from other people as well as yourself. And you continually go towards that goal with what you have at the time. Things will be added to you that's going to help you get to your goal. Now, there will be some setbacks, because that's the universe messing with you. It's the universe trying to get you to unearth some inner strength that you have. It's all meant to strengthen you, to pull things out of you that you didn't know you had. And if you're willing, able, these things will increase. You will pull these things out of you. But you got to go through something, because these are not something that's just gifted to you. This is something that you have, that's earned, it's extracted from you, it's pulled from you. It's something that you didn't even realize you had. I'm a firm believer is you don't know what you can do until you have to do it. You don't know what's in you. I look back on some of the things that I have done where I can't believe I had the strength, the knowledge, and the ability to do it. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, I look back, I'm thinking, oh my God, how did I know to say that? How did I know to do that? How did but it's, again, it's the effort. Things are added to you. If you have an open mind and you have the effort, and like I said, and you clear your mind as much as you can of distractions and doubts and negative behavior from other people, as well as what you're saying to yourself. What you say to yourself means something. What you say to yourself impacts you. When you think you're a certain way, you are what you think. You have to change that. And so when you find yourself struggling, or you find yourself where you're not at, you just tell myself, I'm going to get there. This is the cost that I'm having to pay. I'm going to have to go through this hard stuff. So because I'm learning in this process. And sometimes it's painful. Oftentimes it's painful. Keep your focus on your goal and the process, because the process is part of it. No one becomes great without having to go through a process. Some people are born with great talent. Some people are born with great gifts, but they don't become great unless they go through a process. You got to be able to pull that greatness out of you. You got to be able to apply that greatness. You got to be able to wield that greatness with a sword, like a sword. So, with that being said, be easy on yourself. It's okay. Everybody has to have some bumps in the road, some ups and downs. These things just go with it just goes with the territory. So realize what the process is. Realize what the process brings. And you're going to be okay. Don't get so frustrated to the point, like I said, where you start talking down to yourself. Don't do it. Because that's going to slow down the process. Because you're going to take some time off. Like, I got to, I don't feel like doing this because I'm, I feel like I'm behind, or I can't do it, or I'm losing. And it slows down what you're trying to do. It's taking energy and putting it in a place that's not going to serve you. So master yourself. Create this certainty in yourself where you're like, you know what? I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be solid. Because here are the receipts. That's why I say it's so good to reflect. Because it's like, damn, I really came far. Now that I look back, I didn't have these things before. Now I do. I didn't have this knowledge before, but now I do. I can use this to my advantage. I can use these things that have been added to me to my advantage. So again, be gentle with yourself. That's very important. You got to know how to love on yourself. It's worth its weight in gold. So thank you for listening to another one of my videos. I appreciate you. Please comment, share, like. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, be gentle and let's get it.